Yo, what's good? It's the Cozy King, back again. I be taking mad long to do videos and shit. I don't know what's my problem, but please bear with me, people. I'm a busy man, but I need to be more consistent with the videos. Today, I want to touch on this Pooh Shiesty shit. Well, before I get on that, hope everyone's being cozy. Hope everyone's good and good health. Thank God that we're here and alive. Let's start off with that. So now I want to talk about this Pooh Shiesty Gucci Mane situation. And because I'm seeing a lot of things on social media, and I didn't want to say nothing about it, but I want to speak on it and in detail. First things first, let's touch on the Pooh Shiesty half of the situation. First of all, what he did was asinine. Okay? We just got to call it what it is. It's completely asinine. You mean to tell me that you, on federal home monitoring, right? House arrest, you travel from wherever you're coming from to go to Texas, do some wild shit, cars all in your name, and you thought that was okay? You thought that was the right idea? And for all the people that's out there celebrating, oh, he a crash out. No, he's a dumbass. And I don't mean to come off like that, but I gotta call it how I see it. Talking like I be it, man. I'm just being me. He's a dumbass. No, straight up and down. No way around it. However you want to slice and dice it, that's what it is. Because there's no way, and if I'm in my sound mind, maybe he was intoxicated, maybe drug induced, maybe, I don't know. But if I'm in my sound mind, I am not, and I repeat, I am not doing that shit he did. It doesn't make fucking sense. When you have a mission, the point of a mission is for you to accomplish it. And his mission was to get out his contract. He didn't get out the contract. And not only did he didn't accomplish his mission, he added more shit to his plate that wasn't even on his plate. You just came home from jail. And now you back facing umpteen years. You might not even come home off of this. This is crazy. It just doesn't make sense to me, yo. And then there's people out here talking about, oh, that they understand. The only part that I may understand is frustration. We all get frustrated. Everybody, we all get frustrated with certain situations, especially when it's pertaining to the work field. Even though he's a rapper, he's still a worker. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, he signed to somebody, so there's rules and regulations and things of that magnitude. Now, you may not agree with those rules and regulations or things of that magnitude, but whatever it may be, but there was a contract that you signed. And I just don't think he thought out what he planned, because there's no way you thought you was going to get out your contract. Like, that was, like, you was just going to do that and that was it. Like, how? There's mad people there. Cameras. All that shit. You on a bracelet. The bracelet, they know you there. So, like, where did this even, I don't even know where they can have an inkling of this being smart in their mind. Not even one inkling. Not even a mustard seed. He's bugging. And for all you motherfuckers out there talking about he not bugging, oh, I get it. And man, y'all fucking stupid too. Yeah, I said it. Y'all fucking dumb too. Because I don't get nothing. I don't get that I fucking left where I live from, okay? I left. I got up, jumped in the V, rented some other Vs, and I rode somewhere to do some shit. And didn't even accomplish what I went set out to do. And not to mention, I'm on fucking probation or federal parole with a bracelet on my ankle. And not to mention all the cars, the rental cars. And then top it off, my fucking pops is with me. So now it's like you must don't have nobody in your circle telling you positive things. And I don't like to jump to those conclusions, but if your father's there, he's not no, like, what the fuck is that? So clearly, nobody's telling you nothing positive, because that wasn't positive. Once you told anybody that was with you when this shit happened, and you told any one of them that this is what you plan on doing, and they was with it, you should have cut all of them niggas off, including Pops. Because that lets you know that they don't give a fuck about you. In no way, shape, or form, not one of them dudes, including your Pops, should have told you, this is not a good idea. You bugging right now. Let's chill. Let's get some lawyers. Let's get some litigators. And let's go through this thing correctly. You want to get up out of it? Let's try to get up out of it that way. Or, how about this? He don't want to let you out? Let's fulfill some obligations. Let's put out an album. Let's put out an album. Generate some money. And then let's renegotiate getting out this deal. There's so many different avenues you could have chose besides the one you chose. And you bugged out for nothing because you accomplished nothing. And now you about to be in jail for mad years. And for what? To say you a gangster? Man. I don't know. Now, to the Gucci Mane part of the situation. A lot of people talk about, oh, Gucci Mane a snitch. He did see that and this and that. Right? First of all, let's take it on this side real quick before I get on to the street shit. But let's leave it on the legal side. You know, if and I know this with local police, like, you know, like local towns, cop, local city, state, you know, so I'm pretty sure this applies to federal as well. Pretty sure. But there's a charge called obstruction of justice. There's something called obstruction of justice. And a part of obstructing justice is if there's an investigation going on, right? And there's witnesses, and you're potentially, quote unquote, a witness / victim, whatever it may be. if they do an investigation and questioning of other witnesses / victims, and their stories all corroborate what happened, but now you, on the side, your story doesn't corroborate with what the others say. That's obstruction of justice. You're hindering the cops from fully investigating the situation. Witness tampering, I think that's obstruction of justice as well. But there's no witness tampering in this case. And there's some other pillars of obstruction of justice, but I definitely know for a fact not cooperating in an ongoing criminal investigation is obstruction of justice. Even if he has a lawyer, the lawyer could talk his lawyer talk, litigate, do whatever he got to do. But he can't lie. Because if he lies, he's obstructing justice, which is an ongoing criminal investigation. So now he has a charge, a federal charge, because he's dealing with the federal agents out here. You understand me? So it's like, y'all want him to lie, right? This is the logic that I'm getting from people and what I've been seeing, which I just think is ridiculous. So you want him to lie, right? Gucci Mane, y'all want him to lie. Okay. Right. 2, I keep seeing people saying, oh, he a rat. That's not how he's supposed to move. So wait a minute. How long, I just want to know how long after you be in the streets and then you're not in the streets, or you not considered a street dude? I just need to know. Because my thing, since this man, Gucci Mane, has come home from jail, he don't resemble no street dude to me. I don't care about his fucking lyrics. It's called entertainment. That's what it's called. Entertainment. I can't help it that you niggas is out here believing niggas raps. And not to mention, he lived a past life where he proved what type of shit he was into. That's fine. So let's put it like this. He proved who he was in the past, that whatever street code. This is when he was active. He does a bit, come home, he's a different dude, right? He's business oriented. He's on meds to take care of whatever schizophrenia or whatever mental illness he has. Nothing to me is him remotely being a street dude. Oh, people like, oh yeah, well, he said he was smoking on Poochie Loco, whatever the fuck dude name is. R.I.P. No disrespect, but I can't remember his name. But they all remember when he said that. Who cares? That dude tried to kill him. So I can't tell him how to feel about a person who had an attempt on his life. That man tried to kill him. So if he wanted to say that, okay, so be it. But that don't mean that he's a street dude, or he's still in the streets, or he's still active. He's reminiscing on when he was a street dude and an attempt on his life happened. People, please, use your common sense. Gucci Mane is not in the streets. He's not the same person. So Gucci Mane is not allowed to evolve. It's not just Gucci Mane. And I just feel like with the black culture, it's like, damn, when is niggas allowed to evolve? When? So just because I was in the streets when I was 20, and in my case, I'm 41, I'm supposed to still be held by the same standard that I was when I was fully active in the streets? I'm not saying I'm about to go out here and fucking tell on X, Y, and Z. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, you can't expect 19, 20-year-old Corey to have the same mindset as 41-year-old Corey. And you cannot expect that 20-something-year-old Gucci Mane is thinking like damn near 50-something-year-old Gucci Mane. It's impossible. You know why I know it's impossible? He has more to fucking lose now. And for me, I had shit to lose then, which I didn't appreciate. But what I have now, I'm damn sure not trying to lose. You understand me? We evolve. We grow. Well, that's what we're supposed to do. Some people don't. I get it. But most people, real people who have some type of sense and logic in their mind, evolve. And that's what we're supposed to do as human beings. So y'all want him to be Gucci Mane from 2005. He's not. And he should not be. Y'all want to call him a snitch? So be it. Fuck it. He a snitch. But guess what? That man did what was best for him and his family at this current time of his life. Because if he fucking said nothing, one, he's getting obstruction of justice shit is happening. Two, what, he gonna retaliate? What, and lose it all and go to jail to prove to people that he's a gangster? Being a gangster, fucking, that shit is limited edition. Because sometimes being a gangster don't pay your bills. Y'all remember Dave Chappelle had that skit when being keeping it real goes wrong? Look at Lil Durk. Keeping it real went wrong for him. He want to retaliate. Look where he at now, facing this murder for hire. Where's all the people that he was helping and took care of when nobody's there for him. I don't know him personally, but I know how it is when you go catching cases, when you out of sight and out of mind. People don't treat you the same like when you on the streets and when you in that box. I know this. I've been through it. They don't treat you like, it's not a, like, people love you. I'm not saying they don't love you, but out of sight and out of mind, it's easier to forget. I'm not saying don't nobody love him, but I'm pretty sure Lil Durk helped a lot of motherfucking people. And I'm pretty sure them people is not reciprocating the type of love he threw out. I guarantee it. And for what? He let social media and all these people play a trick on him. Because now when they was like, oh, you ain't riding for niggas, this, that, and the third, right? You ain't ride. When he went and rode, what happened? Oh, he dumb. Why would he do that? You can't win. And that's what people got to realize. You cannot win. You can't. So, it's like again, I'm not saying, like, this shit is nothing like, because people were saying, oh, Bobby Shmurda and them and Casanova. These are different situations. That shit with Bobby and them is not the same. Bobby was with his crew, his clique. That's his clique and his crew. They was under investigation. That was his clique and crew. He ain't tell because that was his crew and his clique. It wasn't business. That was strictly street shit. Strictly streets. Same thing with Casanova. Strictly streets. This shit with Gucci Mane and fucking Pooh Shiesty is strictly business that turns street. What are we fucking talking about? That shit don't make sense. You think I don't want to sometimes slap the shit out of my fucking manager or supervisor? Of course. But you think I'm going to do that? That's fucking asinine. I got bills to pay. Nigga, I'm not going postal. Nigga, that don't make sense. That nigga went postal times 10. That don't make sense. It wasn't worth it. Gucci Mane did what he was supposed to do as a man that is no longer in the streets and as a man that's turning the age he's in as 50-something or 40-something, turning 50, whatever the fuck. It has to be a time limit on when niggas can grow. I do not expect Gucci Mane to go out there, load up with the homies, pack up a whole bunch of guns, and go find Pooh Shiesty and try to kill him. That should not be nowhere remotely in Gucci Mane's mind. For what? If that was in Pooh Shiesty's mind and he thought that was the best fucking option was for him to go do that, he's dumb and that was stupid. Because that was not. How being in a fucking jail cell is the best answer. It's not the best fucking answer. Especially when niggas be talking about the whole thing is to get out of fucking poverty and to better their situation. Nigga, you got out, you was trying to get out your situation, the poverty and all that. You got signed, you got on. You went to jail. You came home. And you right back. You could have, I would have, son, you bugging. All son had to do was play it right. I'm not saying Gucci Mane ain't jerking him. I'm not saying, I know other niggas left from the label and all that. I'm not saying that ain't happened. I'm not saying, I don't know if they had funny business. I'm not saying none of that didn't happen. Because maybe it did. But no matter how you slice and dice it, Pooh Shiesty handled it incorrectly. And why I'm putting out this video, because I want these young kids, these young black men, y'all got to understand something. When you in the corporate world, you can't be acting like you in the streets. Corporate and street is two different things. Even though corporate to me sometimes in certain extents is more fucking deadly. You know? I know in the streets you could lose your life and all that and go to prison. I understand. But in this corporate world, it's different too. Because you can't slap a nigga you don't like. You can't pistol whip a person you don't like. You might have to talk to and deal with a person you don't like to a certain extent at a job. Because the job still has to get done. You know? So that, for me, is more difficult than the streets. Because in the streets, when you don't fuck with somebody, you don't fuck with somebody. You don't got to deal with them. You don't got to be around them. Nothing. Now, if you don't fuck with them to a certain extent, and y'all beefing for real, and, you know, lives might be lost, or niggas getting shot at and all that, that's a different story. But if it's some shit like, yo, he a sucker, I don't like him, fuck it. You don't talk to the nigga. You ain't about to hang with him. You're not about to run into him. Y'all live in two different worlds. You might run into him, but even if you do, you ain't got to say nothing to the nigga. But at the job, it's a different thing. It's politics. Shit like that. Shit happens. You know? And this is not the way to handle it, fellas. Okay? To the young black men out there, this is not the way how you handle yourself when something doesn't go your way. Don't do things like this. especially when you when you trying to be in the corporate world. If you want to be a street dude and you got jerked on some pies and you want to do that, okay, whatever. Do whatever you gotta do. Don't even get involved in that. But if that's the life you living, handle your business. But when you in this corporate shit and you trying to be a fucking a legitimate businessman or entrepreneur, whatever the fuck you want to call it, this is not how you handle yourself. You get lawyers. You get people to read contracts. You get people to do all that. I'm saying, that's what you do. You don't fucking act like this. And it wasn't worth it. I don't care what nobody says. This wasn't the answer and it wasn't fucking worth it. It can never be. Sitting in jail for life can never be the answer. It can't be. Not in his situation. Now, if you wasn't on and all that shit, or maybe you wasn't making the money he was making, I don't know. But if you on and you got a little buzz and a name and whatever it may be, because the whole point is to get out of the hood. Once you get a little paper, that's the point. That's what I thought. So, for me, the situation is disgusting. It's sad and depressing. And I just want my young black brothers to do better, man. We gotta do better, man. We have to. Because this shit is disgusting at the highest order. Because my thing is this. If it wasn't Gucci Mane, right? And it was Berkowitz or whatever fucking Stein, whatever. Would this have happened? Fuck no. This wouldn't have happened. He would have went in Atlantic Records, because that's who is the distributor. You think he would have went up in Atlantic Records and did this? I don't think so. And better yet, why didn't he think about going to Atlantic Records and saying, yo, help me get out this deal with him and I'll sign directly with y'all and we can do something. Y'all know I'm highly anticipated since I came home. I was highly anticipated before I went in. You could have used that to your leverage. Got about your deal. Get a lawyer to help you get about your deal. Or again, like I said previously, put out the album, make some money, renegotiate. I'm not perfect. I made mistakes. I have flaws too. But again, I evolved as a man, and I know the mistakes I did in my past, I would never do now. And that's how he should have looked at it. God gave him a second chance to get right with life. And this is what you do in return, and throw your life away even further. Let's pray for that man. Hope that man is okay mentally. He did something stupid, and I know right now he's sitting there and that shit fucking it's hitting him. Like, yo, I was bugging. Look what the fuck is happening now. And it's not even fucking worth it. Yo, man. Y'all be cozy out there, man. That's all I gotta say on that. Y'all have a great night. Y'all be good. Y'all know the vibes.